Let's meet my next guest, shall we? He's rapped with Madonna, he's interviewed some of the biggest nations in the land, and he's about to launch himself on the big screen with his new movie, Ali G, in the house. It opens Thursday. Here's a look.
Unlucky.
Maximum respect, it's Ali G!
Who is you?
My name is Rove. It's an honour to meet you.
I only agreed to do this because me thought it was Rove. Anyways, big up the Kiwi Massive.
Now,
This be Ali G here in London town, Buckingham Palace behind me.
Now, we're very honoured to be graced with your presence.
It's 9 o'clock in the flipping morning here. You know, we got out of bed for this. We didn't even have much time, didn't even have enough time to munch on me Julie's kebab. And he was having this wicked dream and all about me being a pair of these designer panties that all the pop stars in the world wanted to try on. Beyonce, J-Lo, the Minogue twins. Got a bit weird when Michael Jackson tried them on. Did you know he's got no hair on his balls?
I'll take your word for it. Now, have you? We don't have many badass gangster rappers like yourself here. Have you been to Australia before, just to help boost our numbers?
Well, me ain't been, but me do want to go out to Australia because me has always wanted to visit the African continent.
Now, you live with your nan. Do you think maybe you're a little bit too old to be living with her?
Well, if anything, Rove, me reckon that me nan is getting too old to live with me. She is now so feeble that it takes her half an hour to carry a full dustbin out from the house to the front gate, even with me shouting encouragement to her through the window. Though it will be sad when she is gone, a little bit of her will always stay behind. Mainly because the piss stains is well hard to get out of the front.
I can understand your pain, I really can. Now, other than your nan, of course, I mean, we're all well aware that you have another love in your life, which, of course, is your girlfriend, Julie.
For real, that is right.
And now, how did the two of you meet?
Well, check this, Rolf. It was on my very first day at big school when me was 14. Me looked across the hall in the assembly and saw the most beautiful, sexiest honey me'd ever seen in my life. Unfortunately, she thought I was a prick. But luckily, standing next to her was Julie, the school slapper. Me gave her 2 fingers of my Kit Kat, and she let me give her another 2 fingers behind the bike shed, aight?
That's what you want in a woman. That's classy stuff.
For real.
That's good.
She's fly.
Now, does she love the fact that you have written a song for her with Shaggy?
Well, let's just say she was well appreciative, and she showed me how grateful she was behind the wheelie bins next to Langley Village Old. If me known that writing a song about a bitch has this effect on them, me'd have called the track me Kylie. The truth is, though, that me wanted to write a song that celebrated me relationship with me Julie, but also me wanted to write about me own testicles, and there ain't many words that rhyme with ghoulie.
That's true. I know many performers have had that very problem.
That is true.
Now, after having written the song, are you seen as being somewhat of a sensitive New Age guy?
Well, that is a interesting question, because I is romanticalist. In fact, last week me splashed out in a pair of me Julie's new lacy panties. She was well pissed off, though, and had to spend the rest of the evening cleaning it off.
Now, you've also, speaking of famous women, you've also performed in Madonna's video clip for her clip for music. Was that fun to do?
I ain't never been in Madonna's clips. What, I barely touched her bubblons. What do you want about, man?
No, her music clip. Her music clip.
Hey, man, stop going on about that. That is what I thought.
So is she fun to work with?
Well, we got on very, very nicely in the back of that limo. And I ain't saying nothing, but next time you look at little Rocco, Just imagine him with a pair of yellow glasses and a goatee beard, if you know what I'm saying.
Now, other than your acclaimed musical career, you've also got a television show which is very popular down here. You've got a very unique interviewing style. Have you ever had any guests that have been offended by some of the questions you've asked?
We what? I ain't never offended a guest. I was also always, Rolf, well careful to use tact and not to talk about nothing that could be dodgy. Like before me came on here, me was warned not to say nothing about the racialist problems in your country. But as a brother, me feel me has to speak out and say that it is disgusting how you lot treat the ABBA originals. Just because they was in some shitty Swedish pop group does not mean your government should discriminate against them. Especially that blonde one, because she's quite fit, isn't it?
That's wise words. Respect. I truly follow
Where
that.
did you get that ridiculous laugh, man? That is absurd.
I'm sorry, I'll have to work on it. Now, other than everything you've done with music and television, now you're moving into film. You've got your new movie, Ali G in the House, which opens here on the 18th. What can people expect from the movie?
Well, a message. And that message is that if you get bitten... Oh, man, the cops. Can you hear the cops?
Yeah, I can.
Can you hear the cops?
Yep.
Well, let's just wait for the fuzzy muff to get by, man. I got to lay low. There's some deals that's been doing some import-export stuff that ain't right. Let them pass, let them pass. Check it. The message from the movie is that if you get bitten by a radioactive spider and develop spider-like powers, then you should use them powers for good and not for evil. Oh, no, that's the message from Superman, isn't it? Well, to be honest, me ain't the right person to ask, because me ain't watched me movie the whole way through. I mean, it's almost 90 minutes long. That's nearly 3 hours, isn't it? But from what I have seen, the message from it seems to be something to do with muff.
That's the message I got from it. Now, I hear there's a bit of a political message in the movie as well. I guess speaking of politics, if you were to become Prime Minister of England, what sort of things would you do to change the country?
Well, as politicians start work at 10 in the morning, the first thing that I do if I was PM is phone in sick. I ain't getting out of bed that early for no one. Apart from that, me would modernise the country, because it is a bit crap. Don't know if you noticed. By changing the name of Great Britain to Wicked Britain and selling Wales to get some cash. Then, me would get a much fitter queen, because this one is a minger. Maybe Ollie Van or even the Minorians. Me would make Britain more like your country, so that no matter how thick or lacking in talent you is, so long as you is ready to wear almost nothing and show a bit of butty, then you can succeed, which is a good and important message for young people.
Yes, I hope would-be entertainers, young people, are listening to this message. Now, being such a film star now, you must be able to pick your choice of leading ladies, surely?
For real. Well, you know, me think it is well unfair that only really fit actresses get to have the leading roles in films. And for my next film, I'd like to give a chance to a minger like Kate Winslet to star in a film with me. She'd have to lose a little bit of weight, though. I mean, it ain't surprising that the Titanic sunk with her on it. Also, me would be well honoured to do a film with Julia Roberts, because she is a wonderful artist, Rove, well-talented, and the only actress in the whole world with a mouth big enough to fit my beast in.
It's very important, very important. Well, look, thank you very much for joining us. The movie Ali G in the House opens on the 18th. Please thank Ali G, everyone.
Very wicked. Keep it real, West Side.
There you go, there is only one. We'll be back to finish up Rove Live with our Cherry Picker Resolution and Elvis Costello to bring us home. Don't miss it.